We're back inside after months of doing exterior work. It's time to get the insulation done in here so that I can finally heat my home. My goal this week is to pass my insulation inspection. I want to be able to get the heat on in here. My name's Biata and I've been building my dream home and homestead for the last 3 years from the ground up. I've learned so many new trades along the way, so if you're into DIY or homesteading, hit subscribe. I'm here for you on Sundays. All right, so what do we need to do to pass the insulation inspection? Most of the walls are done. I have to do a few fixes, get the vapor barrier and Acoustiseal up on the walls, get everything taped, and I have to get the windows and doors insulated around the perimeter. And I have to do the vents. My step ladder broke. I can't get on this.
These are called moor vents and they allow airflow into the attic so that the insulation doesn't block the soffit.
Okay, note to self, these wires, they get in the way. Everything in the winter sucks. All right, first one done. Winter is worse because you have so much gear on your body. And it's hard to get into tight spots. Like, what am I puncturing? Genuinely, I'm not sure how I'm gonna get this to work, but I kind of have to get it to work. There's a big vent in the way. Oh my gosh, I should have done this before I put the ducting in. All right, we have the vent baffles done. I think the next best thing to move on to is vapor burying the walls and doing the Acoustiseal. So everywhere where there's two laminated pieces of wood together, you need Acoustiseal so that the sound and the draft doesn't come through. See how this goes. I only have one tube left. This stuff is so sticky and it never dries. I got one room done and then I ran out of Acoustiseal. Time to vapor barrier, but first, just look at how beautiful it is in here. Looking outside, I can't get over it. Don't mind all the water, it's from the ladder. I cannot wait to live in here. You can't even see what I'm seeing through camera. It's so pretty. I just can't wait to live in here. Like, look at how beautiful that view is. I'm gonna sit on a couch next Christmas and look out that way, drink hot chocolate, and look at my big tree in this corner. The snow is just beautiful, as much as I hate the cold. Then I find the middle of the wall, approximately, without getting any sticky stuff on my tape. And I line my center line up here with my center line on the vapor barrier. Time for the ceiling now. I think this is gonna make a little bit of a difference in keeping the heat in here from the sun. I'm hopeful anyways. I even have a piece of vapor barrier over the door in my maintenance room to keep my batteries warm with a little heater on in there. And it's staying really warm. I got my center mark line and I have this seam going all the way down the truss. This is so cool. Okay, I have one half done. The issue about the other half is that I'm having a hard time figuring out how I'm going to deal with like the venting for the cathedral ceiling, because where it stands right now, the blow-in insulation will block the venting and it could suck the blow-in insulation up the venting, which is not what I want to do. So I think I have a solution, but I'm gonna need access to this side of the room. I think what I'll do is put plywood up against here all the way down and go 24 inches tall starting from here, which will be 6 inches above the blow-in insulation over here. And I think I'm going to drill holes into the plywood so that the air can still be vented through, so that the plywood's not blocking the air. But then I have this wall here going all the way down to the other end so that the blow-in insulation can't get past that wall. I'll get the next piece up and ready to go and just leave the last bit free for me to move around in. Apparently getting tight corners is really important with your vapor barrier. That way it doesn't get in the way of the drywall. I 3D printed this too. It's a caulking tool, but I'm using it for this. I've loved being able to print out tools using Bamboo Labs 3D printers. And the best thing about Bamboo Labs is they make it so simple. My husband Cam loves 3D printing, and he was explaining to me that other companies will make you manually level and calibrate the machines, which takes so much more time. Whereas with Bamboo Labs, it self-levels and calibrates itself automatically, taking a lot of the guesswork out of the way. The A1 and the A1 Mini both print incredible high quality prints. They can do multicolor prints, and they have speed and quality comparable to the high-end models. Like, look at how cool this is. I'm so impressed. Like this, I just sent the file over. I did nothing else. And I made myself a little fidget. I also made my cat a little cat food maze for treats and stuff, and she was having a lot of fun with it. Made a little dino fidget. Not only that, you can print out pretty cool tools like my caulking tool. This is a drill bit guide and this woodworking tool to be able to get your corners square. I've never seen anything like this. Battery holders. This is a gift. Can you guess who for? It's honestly just been so much fun. A hobby that all three of us get to enjoy, and I get to make the coolest gifts for my friends and family this year and for birthday parties. If you have grandkids, this would be so much fun to do with your grandkids. Right now until January 4th, Bamboo Labs is having their end of year sale. Click on the link in my description or in the pinned comment below to directly support my channel, and you'll get up to $320 off 3D printers, and filaments are starting at just $16.99. Get creative or practical with ease. And thanks so much to Bamboo Labs for sponsoring me this week. All right, I've done what I can get done. Time to go get the supplies. It is so dark. It's only 3:30. It's so dark outside. And we're about to get another 2 feet of snow in the next 24 to 48 hours. Good morning. We're in the midst of another snowstorm. I'm gonna get back to work. I bought all the things that I needed to buy last night, and I really want to get the rest of the vapor barrier up, but I think I really need to focus on getting the proper venting done for where it goes to the cathedral ceiling. This is just wild. Hear all that wind? Sure getting wind up here today. I'm wondering if I should just cut like the bottom strip off. I shouldn't have brought this plywood so low because it's going to be a pain getting it out. But if I cut this bottom strip off and put the OSB here, then I'll have a strip at the bottom for venting so that air can get into this cardboard. Let's try. Battery's dead. And then I'm not going to be able to do it because the dress is in the way. So I feel like this is the best bet though. Just gotta figure it out and try. Both of my batteries are dead, so I'm just gonna let those batteries charge and do the Acoustiseal vapor barrier another room. All right, 2 rooms. Pretty well done. I ate some lunch. I have a hot chocolate. I'm gonna try to get back up here now and either drill holes or cut a slit. I don't know. And then I get to this part and I can't do it. I don't know. I'm just cutting this next strip a little higher up because the truss is in the way here and it allows it to still be vented. And this plywood wasn't necessary to put on before the trusses, so it's okay that it's cut a little bit, although it does definitely add structure to the home. I'm very happy with it. All right, it is time to cut the first piece of OSB that's gonna block the blow-in insulation. It's honestly just become a lot of work, per usual. I have it the wrong way. Woo! How the heck am I gonna do this? That was not smooth or seamless. It's like upside down. Oh my goodness, this is nuts. I went all the way around to the middle of the trusses and I officially got it. Okay, next piece. I'm gonna try to get the rest of this up through here because that was a pain. I just need to get it past the header. Oh, hammer. Oh, there we go. Oh, there's no easy way to do this.
It's always when I'm editing that I find out a solution. I probably could have just used a ladder.
My camera didn't record this, but it's pretty much done. 2 rooms, like 99% done. Today was a snow day, if you could believe it. So I drove my daughter to school, which takes up a bit more time. So I'm gonna go get her and I'll see you tomorrow. Good morning. This whole vapor barrier acoustic seal is taking me so much longer than I could have ever imagined. Also, I need to recognize this icicle. We are at 5 feet tall, looking solid. So yeah, this is definitely taking me longer than I thought it was going to take, which is okay. I was hoping to actually have my inspection today, and I feel like I'm 3-4 days off of that even. The acoustic seal takes so long to do. It's really hard to squeeze out. And when I did the acoustic seal yesterday for 1 full room, it took an hour to just do the acoustic seal. Taping things up, it's just taking time. I'm also putting acoustic seal around the bottom edge of the house. Air can get in easily that way, but I'm having to cut back some of the sill gasket. I'm having to get dirt and grime out from underneath because it's in the way. And then the acoustic seal doesn't stick. It's been quite the process. It's a little bit monotonous. So I'm just getting it done until I can move on to something a little bit more exciting that's actually worth vlogging.
As much as this isn't the most exciting task to do, it's really significant because once it's done, it means I can move forward. There's a few things I want to do before drywall, but once that drywall gets up, it's going to be a game changer.
As much as I want to get everything done in one video, I'm just shocked with how long the vapor barrier is taking me. It's just not realistic with one person. I film for a week and I upload that video, and so my week is done. It's now Saturday, but it has not stopped snowing. Like, it has not stopped. The snow is compacting. It has snowed for 6 days straight. This week has been so expensive for snow removal, and I need to get some of this snow off of the roof. It's sitting on those eaves. Like, that stink pipe is covered. I need to find my snow rake. What's funny is I saw it on the shed while editing my video last week, and so I know where it was on the shed, but it's not there anymore and no one's touched it. So I think it's buried. It was leaning on this wall in the video. Maybe I put it in the shed. I did not put it in the shed. Found it! Yay! Oh my gosh, that's almost like 2 feet of snow compacted. It's so compacted. Don't come outside for a sec. And this is where things start getting a little bit sketchy, is these ice slides off the trailer because the trailer's heated. The power's come back on? Yeah. Power came back on. We had like an overnight power outage. Luckily, it's actually like pretty warm out. Oh, the furnace went off. And I had the heater on for a bit on the battery banks and we managed. But the furnace is on and off, not working. What is going on? Anyways, I'll figure it out. I guess you get to see in real time when things go wrong with the trailer. This is one of the hard things of doing this build, living in the trailer, and why I want to get heat on in the house so badly is because when stuff like this happens, at least we could go sleep in the house. And so I'm only, I think, a couple of weeks off to getting heat in the home, and we have a spare bed that we can throw in there. And if it was cold enough last night, we would have gone into town. We have a place we can stay. And if we didn't have a place to stay, we'd go to a hotel, right? You make things work, but it was warm enough. It's just now the furnace isn't working. And so I'm checking the battery to try to eliminate that. Either something's wrong with the power to the battery or the inverter, something surged, something got messed up, or something could have surged on the furnace and like the board could have been fried. I'm so excited to live in a house again. So excited. What I'm going to do is take the power away from the battery and from the trailer for a little bit and see if like having no power resets something. No battery power. I'm going to try using this. I have no clue what I'm doing. My friend got this for me for my birthday. I don't know what I'm doing, truly. Okay, I figured it out, I think. So this here is DC mode and this here was AC mode. I was using the wrong mode. Okay. So the issue is not the battery. It's 13.72 volts, which is fine. It needs to be above 12 volts, which means there's another issue at play. I don't necessarily know what it is. So I'm gonna give a couple people some calls, see if there's any ideas. It could literally just be that the like board on the furnace stopped working. Okay, one of my family members is a master electrician and had some time today, thank goodness. So I tested the fuses. They have continuity, so that's fine. Next, we're gonna check the mains and make sure there's a voltage reading, but you have to unplug it. It's been a few days and I've been able to inspect the electrical. It's all working, which meant that the issue lied within the furnace. And by the way, we have electric backup heat. It's kind of hard to vlog some of this stuff, especially when other people are involved. So a friend came over, pulled the furnace out. This is not the first time he's done this for us. And because the furnace was starting but not igniting, you couldn't hear the click. He knew it was either the board or the sail switch. And luckily he had a spare one of each and pulled the unit out, saw that the sail switch had a lot of dust in it, but either way replaced the sail switch. And I had some extra wire and he was able to test the furnace without having to put it back in, which was a cool experience. And so everything is working now. And I just want to say, like, if you're doing something like this, building a home, living in a trailer in Canada, I think now it's so important to have an extra motor, an extra sail switch, and an extra board for your furnace, because it's just wild how things can go so wrong so quickly, and it's really good to be prepared in these situations. Anyways, thank you for watching this week. Hopefully next week I can actually get the inspection done and get ready to get heat on in the house. Check out Bamboo Labs, linked in the description below. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next week.